everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you a typical day for me as a product designer working from home. I'll be sharing moments from my morning routine to just like a sneak peek of a typical workday, lunch breaks and cuddle breaks with the dogs. Now that most of the companies are going back to the office, I'd like to just use this as a time capsule to remember what it was like to work from home, be with the dogs, and just have work-life balance. With my front-end development class, it has made my week so crazy and busy. As much as I would like to incorporate more workouts into my routine, it has just been so challenging to get myself to the gym or just carve out enough time to, have a consistent workout. I've just been trying to use my Fitness Plus and do 10-minute HIIT workouts whenever I have pockets of time or the energy in the morning when I wake up. So this is one of those days. I got my Hokas for running, but this is actually the first time I'm using it and it's not for running. And I'm kind of disappointed that I haven't been able to run or go to the gym. We just try to do the best we can, and 1% improvement is better than nothing. So I'll just take what I can get, even if the dogs think I'm playing with them while working out. This is Bubbles. She's our puppy and she was our foster fail, and she loves playing all the time. She is very attention motivated, so every time I look at her, she thinks it's the best day ever. So working out with her is a little challenging, but it's fine. It's so easy to talk ourselves out of something that challenges us, but I always feel so grateful that I showed up to a workout, even if it was 10 minutes. It may not burn as much calories as I want, but it does still have mental benefits. Let me introduce you to my dogs. This is Daisy. She is my first dog baby, and she is a little grumpy all the time now that she's past her teenage years. She just wants to cuddle all the time. And Bubbles is very jealous, does not like when she's not getting attention while I'm giving another dog attention. And Danny in the back there is the chillest, coolest dude, and he will take any love he can get whenever it's given to him, and they all love treats. So when they knew I was making breakfast, they had to follow me. I've been trying to incorporate more protein and fiber into my diet, so this bread was actually recommended by my nutritionist. It has grains and it's also high in protein, so the egg helps, the cheese kind of helps, but the pork roll is mostly there for flavor because it is very processed. So after checking emails and anticipating what my day looks like in meetings, I get ready. This spray is my current favorite. It's from Lucky Brand. It smells citrusy and like summer, and I've been trying different deodorants that are less toxic. So far I have been loving Lumi. It works for me, although in the summer it's not so great because it is not antiperspirant. It doesn't help with the sweat. Otherwise it's been great. I really love that whenever I'm getting ready and I've just gotten out of the shower that I come out and Bubbles is watching me while I get ready. It's really cute. After a toner, I put on this hyaluronic acid from Torrident. It has been my favorite these days. And then I have this vitamin C from Sam. I don't know how you say that. As you can see, I have some hyperpigmentation around my mouth, so vitamin C just helps with that. Vitamin C makes you sensitive to the sun, so applying SPF afterwards is a good idea. This sunscreen is from Torrident. Also, this is the first time I'm using it. So far, I love it. At first, I thought it has white cast, but the more I applied it, the better it looked. So I'm happy with it. And then I apply this tinted moisturizer. It also has 15 SPF, so I like using this, and it just kind of evens out my skin just a little bit more. And this is an essence stick. It just helps with adding a little highlight and additional moisturizer, so when I apply my blush on later, it will be smooth. And this is a lip tint from Vanilla Co, and I love this. It's very gentle and velvety, and because it is a little dry this season, so I'm just adding a little bit of a lip mask on it. This cheek tint from e.l.f. is so pigmented. I only need a tiny dot for it to look a little bit more natural and less like a clown. So that's all I needed for this, and with the essence stick it just helps spread it and make it look a little bit more natural. Now I'm just filling in my eyebrows and shaping it a little bit, but I don't want it to be too shaped today because this is just for meetings and I want it to be a little bit more casual. So that's it for my makeup. Now I'm going downstairs to get ready to work, and first I'm just opening all the blinds, letting all the light in. It is a gloomy day, but there is some sunlight. I'm so happy to see my plants thriving in this house. This plant specifically because Bubbles chewed on this, and I'm so happy that it survived and actually has new leaves. As you can see, that one leaf over there still has her chew mark. Speaking of baby leaves, look at my spider plant. It has a lot of babies. I'm going to plant them next week and it'll be the perfect spring activity. And now, time for some coffee. Have just a perfect amount of milk left. So I'm gonna throw this in the frother, add some flavoring on it, and this has been my creamer lately. And using like 2 tablespoons of sugar in my espresso, and then adding the milk on top and a dash of cinnamon. Throwing in the rest of the frothed milk. I'm not sure if that's a word. Okay, now that I have coffee, it's time to sit down and get the day started. Today I'll be working on my app project, and I'm just looking at some inspiration and wireframing. Although I have an iPad that I got from work, it is great for like final wireframes, but for rapid ideation, having this little whiteboard marker here is really great because it just feels more natural and it doesn't feel as stuffy and just like official, so you can quickly throw in some ideas and then scratch it and then start over without feeling like you have to make it perfect. Now I'm just discussing some ideas that I have and bounce it off of my other UX friend, and it just really helps to talk things through and make sure you're not stuck in your own solutions and have biases. So it's great to check in with another UXer. While I have some time in between, sitting for a really long time really hurts my lower back, so I try to hop on my reformer to stretch out every now and then I go to visit Daisy because she usually sleeps downstairs on this couch and she loves fluffy blankets, so I come in, visit her, cover her up with blankets, fluff her up and tuck her in, and then see how she does when I visit her at lunch again. She also really enjoys weight, so she loves it when I kind of cuddle her and lay on top of her. Okay, back to work. Now I'm going to hop on a different project. This one is a little bit more of a discovery project, so I have to audit an existing website, check on the current user experience there, note anything for optimization, and then create a plan. Okay, back to my app project. I didn't use this component, so I can show you this as an example of what I typically do. In this example, I am trying to create a profile card, so something that has somebody's name and title, and then image holder. This is a placeholder for now, the icon with a person on it. I use Material Design Icons to make my life easier. There's a plugin and it has all of Google's icons that you can use on Figma. Another good icon library is Font Awesome. My company has a pro version, so I can use that sometimes for my project. I've already set up variables for my project. This is the black and white version, just like the wireframe version, and then we have the colored, like branded version when you toggle it. Now it's lunchtime and it's time to check in on Daisy. Now she's on top of the blankets that I gave her. It's so funny to me when she folds her ears like that, and if you can hear her purr, that's her happy noise. Now I'm going upstairs to visit my husband's office where the rest of the dogs are. Bubbles, who is typically very energetic and playful, she's very sleepy right now and she does not want to play. And Danny is a true lap dog. He's very content on his lap, and he will sleep like this all day long if you let him. If you don't have anywhere to be, he is happy. My husband also works from home. He is a software engineer, so it's great that I get to visit him as well. It is time for lunch, and I am cooking up some leftovers. And again, I'm trying to incorporate some veggies, fibers, and protein into my meal because I cannot give up rice. So my sister showed me this stir fry with cabbage and carrots, and then this is just asparagus, a leftover from our steak dinner last night, and I'm gonna eat this with rice. Here's what my lunch looked like, and I'm gonna eat it with a lot of sriracha because I love spice. And I'm just going to cut all the times I'm opening my mouth so it's less scary. Okay, so unfortunately the rest of my day was just meetings, and I didn't want to record any of that just for privacy reasons. So I started recording after work. I wanted to share that my gripe with the Blundstone boots that I got is that it did not have arch support, and I got these insoles that will supposedly help with arch support, and now I'm just trying it for the first time. I got it to the size that I need it to be. Now I'm just testing it, and it actually put in a lot of height inside the shoe, so I don't know if that helps. Maybe like over time it will go down, but it feels much better. The dogs approve, so I guess that's a good sign. Time to enjoy the weekend. We saw some crazy weather this week. It was rainy, it was snowy, and it was 50, 60 degrees. I don't know, global warming. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this week's episode, and hope to see you next time. Paalam!